Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Welcome back to Shrug Media. Welcome back to another amazing video we're about to drop for you guys. First things first, if you guys are new to the channel, I'll say it again, welcome. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. Comment down below if there's anything that you want to let us know, and subscribe so you can watch our next video coming up. Now, with all that being said, on today's video, I am going to be attempting to try to repaint my side mirrors. So as you know, with the E36, the drift car, the paint obviously isn't all that. Go ahead and show you guys right now. It got faded, clears dying out, etc. Blase, blase, blah. So my first attempt at trying to fix that, my best attempt so far, is going to be at least trying to touch up these side mirrors, as you can see right here. With that being said, I don't know if you guys remember, for all the people that have been watching almost every single one of our videos, way back when I had first introduced the E36 to the channel, I had basically said that every single thing that is done to this car, every single thing that I do, I want to do in-house, at home, in my garage. I don't want to take the car to a shop for anything. I want to do everything myself, and paint included. So that's exactly what I'm trying to do. As you can see over there in my little corner, my little shelf, I got all my little paint stuff, my little paint kit and etc. I got a little baby compressor back there, not the red one, don't sleep. Got the little baby black one right over there. So basically, I'm gonna be attempting to paint my side mirrors. Now, I am not a professional painter. I am not a pro in any way, shape, or form. This is actually going to be the very first thing that I've ever painted on a car in my entire life. So with that being said, bear with me. But I am going to be very transparent with you guys. If it comes out great, awesome. If it comes out horrible, awesome. Gives me another chance to try it again and get better over time. So with all that being said, you guys are going to be the very first to see one of the best mods I could probably do to this car. And it's paint. Let's get to it. Okay, so hopping right into it. Basically, the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is obviously sand it down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm starting with about a 320 grit, just to make sure I sand down as much as I can and get everything about as even as I can. And then I'm gonna move up to a 400. And when I hit it with the 400, I'm honestly gonna just wet sand it with the 400 grit. I was told, honestly, that's just about the easiest and simplest way to get a good sand down. Because I'm repainting it over in the same color, which is going to be black, I don't really have to use primer, but I'm gonna honestly just try the primer because I want to see how this primer reacts to the base coat. I want to see the difference between what happens when I use primer versus what happens when I don't use primer. If there's a big difference, then I'll know what to do, and if not, then oh well. So then after I hit it with the primer, then what you're gonna want to do is get a measuring cup like so, and go ahead and get your paint, your base coat, with your reducer. And normally on the can of the base coat, it's going to tell you your ratio, your mix ratio that you're gonna do. This one right here is a 2-to-1, so I'm gonna use 2-part base coat and then 1 part a reducer, mix that up together, and then I'll be ready for the base coat spray after that. Honestly, it's the same type of idea with the clear coat. So that's basically the route I'm gonna go: sand, prime, base coat, and then clear coat. This is the equipment that I'm basically using, and yeah, we can go from there. Okay, so starting with this mirror here, I was debating whether to sand it on the car or off the car, but I just decided to go ahead and sand it off of the car, which means that I will be removing the mirror. So to remove the mirror, it's very simple. There's a clip that's in here, and it pops right out, and then there's gonna be 3 bolts there. Once you pop off the clip and remove this piece right here, I think the bolts are a 10mm, and it's just 1, 2, 3. The whole mirror honestly is just gonna come out from there, and then I'll disconnect the plug that controls the mirror and get right to it. Okay, so big faceplate right here is removed, and now you can see that this plug right here is what controls the mirror. And then these 3 bolts, these 3 bolts are what's necessary to remove the side mirror. Once these 3 come out, that's it. That's all she wrote. Okay, so the mirror is out already. And basically what I'm gonna do now is, before I even get to sanding or anything like that, definitely wanna cover my ass. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape up this mirror right here, just to make sure, completely sure, I don't get any type of scratches on it at all. I'm gonna go ahead and tape that up, and then I'll get right to sanding down. I'm honestly just gonna start with the 400 wet sand, and I'm just gonna knock this out as quick as I can and get right to the primer. Okay, so we are all taped up. Basically, all I did was just tape around the edges, and I just used a flat head to wrap the edges around the back side of the mirror, just so that they're not sticking out and blocking the paint from actually going inside of the mirror itself. So I want to also make sure that I get the inside of this part as well, and the inside of that side as well too. So now that we're all taped up and ready to go, let's start this wet sand. Okay, so the side mirror, for the most part, is completely sand down. What I'm gonna do now after this, since it's pretty scratched up, is I'm definitely gonna have to lay down some primer so that I can fill in some of these scratches now, which is fine, which is expected, honestly. So I'm gonna lay down the primer, but I might hit it again with the 1500 grit, and then after that, I'll go ahead and degrease everything, get everything completely cleaned, let it air dry after that, and then go ahead and hit it with a primer. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the other mirror and get that prepped as well. So I went ahead and hit it with the 1500, and I was like, I'm not really happy with how it came out. So let me just go ahead and double check and just go over it again. And I did. Like I said, I was going to be very transparent with you guys. You know, if I wasn't happy with how something came out or whatever, I'm going to let you guys know, because again, this is all a work in progress, and I want you guys to see the progress that good old E36 is getting, you know what I mean? So now everything is good the way that I want it to be. I'm gonna go ahead and degrease it like I said, and then jump on that other side as well. Okay, so this is ready to go. Everything is all dry and ready to be primered. So what I did was, while I was waiting for that to dry, I went ahead and mocked up the other mirror. Basically, I made my own little type of hanger that will leave it suspended in the air and it won't touch anything or move, honestly. All I really did was just make a zip tie to a little ring like that, to a hanger, put 2 bolts in, tie the hanger to it, and now it's suspended there. And whenever I need to take it off, I don't have to touch anything, it won't move. All I gotta do is just push this in and it'll come right back out. So now that everything is mocked up here, I can go ahead and take this mirror off, put that mirror on, and get to priming. Okay, everything is switched over. It is now suspended very nicely in the air. I also put down this mat just for overspray causes and etc. But yeah, let's get to priming. Okay, and just like that, the primer is done. You don't really need to lather it too much in primer. A little bit is fine, a couple layers and you'll be good. And now it's time for the part that I absolutely hate the most. Well, let me be clear, no pun intended. Putting on clear is the part that I absolutely hate the most, because for some reason I always mess up and put too much. However, the second part that I hate the most is mixing the paint. For some reason I never have luck with it, with mixing it properly, blah, blah, blah. But we're gonna do it this time, we're gonna do it right. Let's get to it. Okay, so before I could even start mixing my paint together, one thing that's highly recommended that you do is assemble all of your gear first and get everything prepared before you mix your paint. Once you mix the reducer and all that stuff is when it starts to settle, then you have to keep mixing it and etc. So you basically want to set up everything first and then mix your paint, then get right into to spraying. So with that being said, 1, 2, and 3, this is the canister that's going to be holding the paint. That's obviously the air gun, and this is a pressure gauge. So we're going to go ahead and set that up. And now I want to make sure that my compressor is good to go. Once my compressor is good to go, then I'll go ahead and set up the strainer there just to make sure that no dirt, grime, dust, whatever is going into my paint before I lay it out. Then we're good to go. Okay, so fun fact. This black paint that I have, it's not the paint code for the car. And honestly, I don't really care. It's a drift car. I wasn't really planning on going back with the original BMW black, blah, 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 fudge fucking blah. However, this black is a little bit more important to me because it's the same black that I use for the bike that's currently completely covered. So just letting you guys know, the R6 does live on with the E36. It's only fair. It's only fair. So we're gonna go ahead and mix our paint together now. The compressor's working straight. Everything is set up properly. I already double checked that. So now we're gonna hit the reducer with the base coat and get to spraying. Okay, so the paint is mixed with both base coat and your reducer on a ratio of 2 to 1. All that's left to do is pour it inside the canister, plug it up to the air compressor, walk right over here, and get to spraying. So let's get to it, no time to waste. Okay, so I got good news and I got bad news. I'm gonna give you guys the bad news first. Bad news is gonna have to sand this down and respray it. Good news is I know why. So like I said, I told you guys I was gonna be very transparent with you guys. I wasn't gonna hide anything and etc. So these blotches right here are what happens when you don't use a filter with your paint. I thought my paint was clean. I lied. I was wrong. Okay, so I do have filters. I just didn't use it. Got a little too comfortable and that's what happened here. But these ripples and etc. right here is what's happening when your paint is negatively reacting to the primer. So I'm guessing I got the wrong type of primer for my car, even though I got automotive primer. I guess it was the wrong type. No biggie. All I gotta do is sand it right back down and redo it. However, this other mirror is one that I did prior without any primer, and you can see how it came out. Yeah, it's got a little bit of orange peel, but completely different than here. So this is an example of what happens when I say you don't need primer, you don't need primer. Depending on the situation. Don't take my word for it, but in this situation, I didn't need it. I tried to use it, kicked me in my ass, which is fine because now we just got to sand it down and redo it. Okay, so picking back up from where we left off, it is a couple hours later. Took me a little time. I had to wait for the base coat to dry and all that stuff and get all settled and then dry, and then I had to resand it all back down, clean everything, get everything done the right way, and tape up the things that I had to tape up as well. So now we are good to go, but go figure, it's super cloudy outside and I'm not really sure if it's gonna rain or not, but I'm kind of like 50-50 on whether I want to go ahead and lay this base coat down or just wait for tomorrow, but it's kind of leaning more towards I'm gonna end up waiting for tomorrow. Either way, you're gonna see this get done, whether it's now or whether it's tomorrow. Okay, it is day number 2. Fun fact, I'm also filming this entire video off of an iPhone camera. I gotta make this clip quick because it's already starting to rain. Go figure. Okay, no luck for us. But, however, sanded everything down to fill you guys back in, resprayed everything, and look at the difference. It looks so much better. So much better. That base coat is just oh man, I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy. Oh man, I can't wait to hit it with the clear. So basically all I'm gonna do now, I'm honestly gonna close the garage. I'm gonna let this sit inside the garage for a couple hours, try and wait out this rain. But honestly, this might end up being a 3-day thing, man, because this rain is just, Florida, man, you're killing me. But if I can lay down the clear today and let it cure for a couple days, that'd be great. But if not, then it's gonna have to be tomorrow. But I am just so happy. I am just so happy. And again, this was no primer at all. All right, guys, let's see what happens. Clear is next. Okay, we have reached almost damn near the final segment of this video. It's time for the clear. All right, so for this clear, this type of clear, the ratio is 4:1. And by the way, excuse the mess, okay? It's been a rough couple days dealing with this, but we're gonna make it through. We're gonna get there. So, already cleaned out this, which is my basic ratio container. Yeah, 4:1, 3:1, 2:1, 1:1, 5:1, 6:1, 8:1. There you go. So now you can see what they all look like for yourself. And this basically just helps you make sure you get all your measurements right. So for this one is a 4:1 ratio. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually just swap out the canister. I don't really like to reuse the same canister that I use my base coat for my clear coat. That's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead, set this mixture up, and then just get right to spraying. Okay, well, we just finished. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my handy dandy lovely lady, the filmer behind the camera. Hello. 2 days, right? That we've been at this?
Yeah.
2 days. But the end result, honestly, I love it. I love it. Obviously, it still has to dry, but first and foremost, like I said earlier, my #1 nemesis was clear. For some reason, before, whenever I tried, I always put too much, or I always didn't measure correctly, whatever, blah, blah, blah. This time, I did it. I did the thing. I did a good job. And especially for black, I feel like black is like a very, very difficult color to do. Probably one of the most difficult colors because you just see everything off rip. But my prep work, in my opinion, was awesome. I did the best that I could. And I'm just super stoked. So give me that camera. Let me show these guys. Show these guys what hard work, dedication looks like. So not bad, okay? There's a little baby bit of orange peel there, but it's okay. I feel like I did a great job, and that's honestly all that matters. So the other side mirror is already done. What I do want to do with that side mirror though is use that as an opportunity to work on my wet sanding and buffing, and just try to really like hone in on that clear coat and get that one to really like shine and reflect and come out at least decently close to the way that this one did. But I'm super stoked. I'm super happy. A lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, no tears and no blood. So no blood, sweat, and tears. Just sweat and hard work and rain. But we're there, we did it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what you liked and subscribe so that you can see the next video. Ben wasn't in this one, but I promise you he'll be in the next. Anything you want to say?
Comment to see what you want to see painted next.
Comment to see what you would like to see painted next. Not only that, but we've been getting a lot of good feedback from you guys. My cousin randomly just texted me today saying that we definitely stepped our videos up, our quality. That's super awesome. If you guys are liking the videos, if you guys are enjoying them, just let us know. Let us know what we can do better. Let us know what you would like to see more of, what you would like to see less of, and etc. And we always love your feedback. Until next time.